Hi everyone. I've missed y'all. I wanted to send a little Queer Church like video moment. I'm still on my travels. I've been in Europe for a couple of weeks and I just a few days ago made it to Poland. I'm in Warsaw. And as many of y'all know, I'm Chinese and Polish, and I get to travel to Asia and to see my family because my dad has a lot of family still in Malaysia. But my family, from my Polish side, my great grandparents are the ones who went over. My babci or grandma was actually born like on the farm in my hometown that my great grandfather like tilled himself. And um, there's a big Polish community in Massachusetts on the East Coast where I grew up, with a lot of babcis, a lot of cousins, a lot of yeah, my babci married another Polish man, my dadu, and so I think for me, Polish has been going home to the East Coast and seeing my cousins and being in family, and I haven't made this trip until now, and I'm here, and it's amazing. And I think the first thing I want to offer to you all is a moment to think for yourself, or perhaps this either sparks or is reconfirming some of the um, desire work that you might already be doing around roots. What are your roots? What are the ancestral lineage? I talk a lot, especially in June and beyond, about our lineage as queer people, the way that we are connected to the activism, to the fighting, to the joy and the celebration of our queer ancestors or trans ancestors. And also, for a lot of us, there's some biolineage work that can be done in so many different ways. And if you've been circling it, if you've been thinking about it, if it's been wondering or coming around, maybe this is an invitation. When I stepped off I got into the city, it's just like hearing people speaking Polish and just like it reminded me and brought up so much about my childhood and my babci, who has since passed away, but whose prayer card I've been like bringing with me to some cathedrals out here and been having a really sweet connection time. I've been thinking also a lot about grief work and the ways that um, it's always with us, and there's always new ways to cycle around when we've lost people and how we connect to them and how we keep them alive with us. So those are a lot of seeds I want to plant. I think because I'm also talking about grief work and I haven't got a chance to say it in this platform, if folks are with me in grieving, Andrea Gibson, my goodness, um, just so much reminders that this life does not continue forever. And there are times, especially right now, where we are watching so much collective grief, where we are thinking about how we can feed Gaza, where we're thinking about what's happening in the United States and its impact around the world, that it feels like this moment in this lifetime is lasting forever. And it doesn't. We have whatever time we have to do what we can, and here we are. So, if you will, with all of that, just take a moment with me to breathe, to just relax, feel perhaps some connection. Today, I want to plant some seeds between you and me and the people in your community and the people in my community. So perhaps as you fill yourself up with sunshine, with light, we are in Leo season after all. We had our Leo new moon. We have the feeling of we are the sun. We are what shines. So go ahead and connect to your own shine, to your own light. Maybe it stems around here under your diaphragm. This is your center for self-reliance, self-resilience. Maybe you turn the dial up there. Maybe as you breathe in, you breathe all the way there and you light that space up, the light from inside of you so brightly that even over here across oceans, I see it, I feel it. Maybe I do the same. And for a few moments, just connect to that light, connect to that brightness. If you want to turn the color to a different shade or tone of light, please do. And just breathe. Maybe even that lightness ripples down and grows roots, connecting us to the ground. And maybe that brightness reaches up and out and sends beams from the top of our head, calling in our ancestors, shining out for guidance and connection. Maybe it just lights up and that's enough for a moment, for now, for however long. Turn that up and turn that on. Okay. And we'll let that shine as we continue. Like I mentioned, we are in Leo season. There's a lot of, sun sign stereotypes, which we're not about here, about Leos being kind of about the self. They are the proud lion. But truly, Leo, their connection is the sun. There are so many ways to shine. We are but a moth to the Leo flame in whatever way is their true essence. And so I encourage us all to lean into the Leo, lean into what makes you shine in your way. Doesn't have to be full spotlight. There's a lot of types of light. There are fireflies. There is mood lighting. There are twinkle lights. There are many different types of light. Maybe for a moment as you're breathing and as you're connecting to your own light, give yourself a moment to think, what kind of light am I shining? What is my light? What am I giving off that is not hiding, that is letting me be seen to myself and in my connections? What is my light? And maybe we set and whisper a little intention for our lights to be on. May my light be on in whatever frequency it is. May my light be seen to myself and to others. Okay, we'll let that go. I also just want to mention that we have Venus doing a lot of movement, and it's moving tomorrow and making its way. It's moving into Cancer tomorrow, but making its way for a big transit on August 11th. And so I want to just pin here a little invitation for you to think about where your Venus is in your chart, who is ruling it, in what ways it's showing up, because there's some, if we're talking about our light and connection to ourselves and to others, which I think is really what's needed in this moment in our community, in our world. Venus shapes that. Venus is the planet of who and how we love, and who and how we love shapes how we show up in connection, in the connections that really matter. So maybe spend a little time, if you haven't already, to explore or highlight where Venus is in your chart. I'm Aries, so I'm the first sign, fire sign, and my Venus is also in Aries. So who and how I love is also with that same fire, direct line, passion, which has all the signs, have all of its positives, its challenges. But that there is some, there's some play and there's some movement. So I wanted to leave that as an offering. And I'm realizing now that I did not bring my tarot cards to this moment. So I'm going to stop this video here and I'll come back with a little tarot offering. Thanks y'all so much. One more lighting up, one more sending our beams to each other and beyond. And I'll see y'all in a moment.